exercises. Is that correct? Exercises, yeah. Okay.
And then feel resting him a little bit.
All right, guys, welcome to this particular video. Okay, I know we're supposed to be entering the practical section of this video series, but come on, hold on, we need to set the ground right. Okay, so in this video I'm going to just show you the tools that we're going to need, so you're going to be set for what's coming up in future. Okay, this video is just to set your mind straight on the tools that you need so you can prepare your spirit. All right, so I'm going to be giving you the tools that we're going to be using throughout this video series, and I'm also going to create a directory, okay, for our project that is going to be coming up in future. All right, so without further ado, let's just dive right into it. Okay, so I'm going to look at the tools that we need, and we're going to set up our workspace. Easy peasy, no delay on that. Okay, so the tools that we need, first we're going to need Git, which is the one we're going to download on our local computer. In the next video to come, I'm going to show you how to do it. You're going to do it with me, okay, so don't be scared. After the version control, we're going to look at GitHub, okay, and we're also going to get VS Code, and we're also going to get Terminal. Let's look at each of them one after the other. So this is Git, the one we're going to download on our local machine. Okay, it is going to run on our local machine, does not need internet to work. All right, after downloading it, so what does this Git do? It tracks all the changes we make to our project. It's going to save the changes, the updates that we make to it, okay, and it's also going to help us undo mistakes that we make. And also with the help of Git, you're going to be able to collaborate with other developers on the same project without stepping on each other's feet. After getting Git, you're going to need a GitHub account. You're going to create a GitHub account together. If you already have a GitHub account, no problems. You're already set. Okay, you're going to wait for us where we're going to be creating our directories, okay, our work structure. Okay, but if you don't have a GitHub account, no problems. We're going to create it together. This is where we back up all our files. Okay, it is a cloud platform that stores Git repositories. What's a repository, you may ask? Okay, a repository is just like your folder, which contains all your projects and all the changes you make in it. Okay, so GitHub saves it for us. Okay, here's an instance. Okay, I remember one time when I had to format my PC and all my projects were on that PC. Okay, but with the help of GitHub, all my projects were backed up on GitHub, which means even if I format my PC, I am not going to lose all my projects. Okay, after formatting the PC, I just had to connect back to my GitHub and then download all those Git repositories. All right, so this is a plus, an added plus for us. It is going to help us back up our projects, collaborate with other developers. It is also going to help us deploy projects straight from our repositories. All right, the next tool that we're going to be needing is VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Most of you may know this. For those that are developers, for those that are not developers, you may not know this, and that is all right. Okay, so we're not really going to be doing much coding, okay, but we're going to need it, so you just see how changes can be committed, how changes can be recorded, stored, and all the rest of them. Okay, so just a quick one. We're going to download it and we're going to set it up. After this Visual Studio Code, we're going to look at the terminal. What is this terminal for? This is the interface that we're going to be using to give commands to Git, okay, which is going to in turn interact with GitHub. All right, so this is actually where we're going to be marking or drawing or making all our impacts, which is going to be carried out by Git and in turn communicating with GitHub, which is our cloud platform. All right, all these tools work together to achieve one goal. Okay, it is all working in synergy to help us. We're going to use the VS Code to write some codes, okay, and Git is going to track it locally as we save our project on our local computer. Then we're going to use the terminal to commit and push, which means uploading our projects and all the changes we make to GitHub. And the work of GitHub is to store it and also help us collaborate. Don't worry, as we proceed in this video series, we're going to be able to collaborate on projects, work on projects together. You're going to see that your changes is going to appear on my own end, and we're going to be on the same page. So that is it for the tools that we need. We're going to be looking at setting up our workspace. So it is very, very important and very vital to have your structure very, very well at the beginning stage. Okay, this is what's going to create unism. Okay, when you're collaborating with other people on any project. So we're going to be creating a folder called git-github-masterclass. Okay, and inside that GitHub masterclass folder, we're going to have 4 more folders, which is going to be practice, where it's to be trying out commands without worrying about making mistakes. We're going to create another folder called projects. That one is going to host our projects. It's going to house all our projects that we're going to be creating in this video series. After that, we're going to have another folder called notes. All right, this is where we're going to be keeping all those things, personal notes, whatever you want to put in there. Okay, you're going to store it there so you can be able to reference or revisit it. So that the last folder we're going to have is our exercise folder. Of course, in this video series, you are going to be able to do it yourself. Of course, that's the whole idea of this. You are not just here to memorize. So I'm going to be giving you exercises on every video series, starting from this one. Okay, so you're going to create the last folder, okay, and that's where you're going to put in all your assignments, all the assignment resources, and all the extra resources that we're going to be using in this video series. Okay, this is where you're going to store it. All right, but you need to know why this folder structure is very, very important. Okay, if you're going to be working with professional developers, you need to behave professionally and be on the same page with them. Okay, so having the same structure as video developers is very, very important. So everybody knows that if I need to find this file, I just need to go into this folder, and under this folder, it is here and it is here and it's here. Okay, everybody's on the same page. No file is lost. Nothing is difficult to find. Okay, and also it helps separate your project from all your other files in your PC. All right. So, and also you don't accidentally delete your folder, because you know this is work folder. I don't accidentally delete it with other folders. Okay, so doing this early is very, very important. Okay, for any project you're working on. All right, let's go ahead and create this folder. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up my Windows Explorer, and I'm going to go to my PC, go to my root directory, and then I'm going to create a new folder like we saw in the slide. Create a new folder that we're going to call Git GitHub Masterclass. Okay, Git-GitHub Masterclass. All right, you're going to be creating this as well, and inside this folder, like I mentioned, we're going to create another folder. The first one was practice. Okay, then we're going to create another folder. We're going to call it project. This is where our projects that will be uploaded to GitHub is going to live in. Okay, and another projects folder, no, not another project folder, another folder instead, which is notes. It is where you're going to be keeping record of things you want to reference. And then the last folder, which is exercises. All right, exercises, is that correct? Exercises, yeah. Okay, this is the 4 folders we need, and this is our folder structure, just like we had it in the slide. Okay, so that is it. Your assignment, okay, your assignment is going to be this. I want you to pause this video and create your own folder structure. Very, very important. That is going to be your passing gateway into the very first practical that we're going to be doing. All right, I'll see you in the next video where we'll be creating and downloading your very first GitHub into your local PC, and also creating your GitHub account.